Welcome. Today I stand here and think of all the times that Lee has made me laugh. Her wedding when she kicked her train behind her while standing at the altar. Her very revealing eulogy at our brother's funeral that made everyone laugh when it was most needed. When we went up to the top of the St. Louis Arch and her being so claustrophobic she freaked out. To holding her first nephew for the first time and saying she would always be there for him. Or running up to someone she knew and just jumping up and giving them a hug. There are so many stories that I would love to tell you, but we'd be here all day if I did. We are here today to celebrate the life that Lee had and that she lived as long as she did. Knowing Lee all her life, I have seen her fail and triumph, her laughter and tears. Lee has loved all of you. All could see her kindness, humor, and empathy. Each one of you were precious to her, even if you were only an acquaintance. Today we hear about her love of family, her loyalty, and her ability to make all around her smile. Family was more precious than gems for someone like Lee. All Lee's choices in life were based upon the love that she had of all of her family. Aaron and Nola hold the largest part of her heart. There's nothing that she wouldn't do for them. Absolutely nothing. We, her siblings, brought forth her humor tempered with love. The rest of her family drove her crazy, but they were light when it would become dark. Aaron was her high school sweetheart. He proposed to her 6 weeks after dating. She said no the first time, but when he proposed 6 weeks later after that, she said yes. They married after 5 years of dating because they finally set a date. 9 months later, they found out they were pregnant with Nola. Nola was born healthy in March the next year, and she was a compromise. Aaron wanted 5, Lee only wanted 1, but Lee would not have traded Nola for anything in this world. We siblings made her laugh, so she wishes that they would today. Fun times with brothers were playing in the sandbox with Tonka trucks, or playing Need for Speed with Nathan, and beating him, and him yelling at her because she couldn't drive a stick in real life, but she could play it in the game. To laughing with us, her sisters, playing dress up, and doing fashion shows, and walking around St. Louis at night to see the arch, going into Hooters taking pictures with the girls, and flirting with the bartender. Lee loved nothing more than her family. Through the laughter and the tears, we may not have always talked or been close, but when we got together, good times were had by all. When you saw how Lee loved, you saw how her love gave you her loyalty as well. But what made Lee loyal? You can call any time at night, family or a friend, to go over high school with memories that you were needing, or holding your hand to take a pregnancy test. Calling if you lived 4 hours away, if you needed a designated driver. To being your own personal cheerleader when you wanted to stand up for something you believed in or were having to go through challenges. She was also angry on your behalf if someone tried to do you wrong. She was there to just listen to what you might have said, or she would have given you advice, but she never judged. Someone could say that they were there for you, but you could have ended up alone. Lee was more than willing to help whoever she needed whenever she could. Loyalty is a strange mix of listening and giving advice, she once said. To being able to talk to someone and to be quiet when needed. She would want us all on this day to end on a high note, even though she couldn't sing that well. Think of how Lee would have wanted to end this day. Would she wanted us in sad and tears of grief and pain? No, she would want us all to smile and enjoy what we have on this day. Making us all smile is something Lee was very good at. From telling really bad jokes to having such a klutz, being such a klutz that you would hear how funny they were in the carelessness. Through smiles and laughter and being a klutz, Lee really did think that laughter was the best medicine. You really cannot cry sad tears while laughing. While she had the deepest love for us all and loyalty to show that love, we saw that she tried to make us live in a world just a little bit brighter, because that is the way she wanted to see the world. She knew there was bad in the world, but she would not let it bring her down. So here's something to think about while you cry your tears of pain and sorrow. Lee would not like to end this on a sad note, but a happy one. Think about the times that she has made you laugh. Was it because she tripped and you would hear her laugh at her own gracelessness? Or would a random thought or song that popped out of her head make you chuckle? Ooh, a good thought just popped. I think I'll keep this one to myself. Thank you all for showing someone that you loved how much you love them.